I'm Banks,
They call me Josh.
and we are together. Odd Places going.
Very viral.
Yep.
Very odd.
In Winter Garden still.
Hey, I just felt a cool breeze. That means a thunderstorm's coming. Congratulations, Florida.
because
Another redneck got its wings. So,
what is
serious
that?
question. I don't know what that means. Did the Holocaust happen?
Wow. Whoa. Did the Holocaust happen?
Yes.
I'm saying it did. It did.
What makes you think that?
History, reading, learning, being exposed to documentaries on it. Schindler's List, a movie I saw, which
Well, it's a movie, though.
based on
Yeah.
the Holocaust.
Okay. Are you Jewish? Is that why you think it exists?
I'm not Jewish,
You're not Jewish. Okay.
not to my knowledge. And
Have you checked?
if I'm Jewish, you mean like my heritage? I might be. I have no idea.
Okay.
I was not raised Jewish. I was never told by anybody. My parents or family that said you're Jewish.
Okay.
So no. Let's just go with I'm not Jewish.
Okay.
I believe that it is. I mean, it did happen. History showed that it happened. Yes.
Okay. I'm just wondering, I'm just checking myself because I met the second person this weekend, the second Jewish person I know that's pro-fascist. Openly, just straight out.
And
Which I can only imagine they must think the Holocaust never happened.
did you
Or
ask
they
that
didn't
question?
study it.
Did they ask
They
that
don't
question?
answer. I've asked.
Okay.
I said, do you think the Holocaust happened? And it's a deflection. It's always... I even asked them, I said, how many of your family no longer invite you to the Pesach? The Passover dinner. No answer. Every other answer, they won't touch the question.
Okay, and that's their prerogative.
Sure.
Got it. So I mean,
But of all people to be pro-fascist, Jewish people? I know two personally, by name, I know them well, and wow.
okay, define fascism real quickly, so that we're on the same page here. So I don't.
They're all in on Trump, 100%. They want him to take back power, become an authoritarian. They're all in with him. Obviously they're Republican, but really they are Trump. They're Trump Republicans.
Yeah,
100%.
But fascism came before Trump.
But Trump is the new fascist. Trump is practicing fascism openly, straightforward.
And that is authoritarianism.
It's authoritarianism with prejudice, with deep prejudice against
Division,
people
dividing
unlike themselves,
based
on race or nationality.
Okay, got it. Hitler,
It's
fascist.
fascist. I get. You know what it is?
Yeah.
It's authoritarianism with nationalism. I
Okay.
think that would be the best definition I have of fascism.
Okay, I got it. So let's look at our country. Let's look at our world right now. What are the fascist states, countries that we're looking at? China. China's fascist.
Yeah, probably to an extent. Definitely authoritarian.
Okay.
How nationalist are they? They're probably fairly nationalist, so they're pretty close.
Okay. So let's look at
Yeah.
Russia.
Russia, yeah.
Yeah. I would say Russia for sure.
No longer Israel, though. Surprisingly, Bibi just left.
Yeah.
He also says he's coming back in some
Sounds familiar.
unknown
Sounds familiar.
fashion. But he was very much a nationalist.
Okay. Okay. So this nationalism, in addition to authoritarianism equals fascism. Got it.
That's close. I would say that's close definition.
We see it nowadays, and we saw it in Germany.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to argue the side of what's wrong with that. What's wrong with?
What's wrong with a Jew supporting fascism?
Yeah.
That's kind of like would you escort your mother to the boxcar to be exterminated
All right.
and to be gassed?
Okay.
I don't know. Isn't that just kind of weird?
Okay. So let me see if I can. Would this be a better comparison? A black person being a white supremacist. Supremacist.
Which I know one of those two.
Okay.
Actually, maybe two, but I definitely know one for sure that's very open about it. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, there are people that believe that, and that is a belief, correct?
Yeah.
And like your Jewish friends who are you consider fascists, they believe that. They believe in the authoritarianism, the fascism, the nationalism. Get it. Got it. Good. not so much good.
It just
but
feels
I
like
get it.
suicide. It just feels weird.
Okay, all right. I'd
way.
like to explore them real quickly. Do you think that they feel that way? And you might not know the answer because they don't answer all your questions. Do you think they feel that way because they feel like they belong to something?
Yes, because they're part of the U.S. nationalists, so they feel like they would be protected being a U.S. citizen. But that's not exactly true, because Germany is, again, those were German citizens too.
Yeah.
That were put in it was based on race, not based on pure nationalism.
Okay, Josh, do you feel that you can change their point of view, their viewpoint?
No.
Okay.
I can't change anything. No, they can change.
Got it. So
themselves,
so
right.
how do you? I mean,
I popped their pimple.
we did that.
exactly what it is.
We did that episode.
Yes, go back 3 episodes or whatever. I popped their pimple. My job is not to change them.
Yeah.
My public service is to warn everyone around them
Okay.
what they believe, because they're not going to affect me immediately, but they're going to affect. I'm worried about this dude's mom, who's going to go to the slaughter if this stuff comes back, right? I'm more worried about giving them their friends and family a chance to get their safe distance,
Right.
just in case.
Pedophilia, child
Yeah.
pedophilia, which is pedophilia is child. If you're convicted of a pedophile in some states and some counties, you have to go around to the neighborhood or
And
whatever,
let everyone know. And
let
you're
everyone know.
exiled in a way.
So you're that person. You're not the pedophile. You're that
No,
person
thank
that
you.
needs to tell them.
Yes.
Needs to tell everybody.
Yes, I'm the door knocker.
So.
Hey, Brad from 3 streets down. Yeah,
Oh,
he
God.
likes little girls. Just know that. Like, if you want to let your little girl go over there, that's not my concern.
Yeah. You're just
My concern is that you're making decisions based on the right information.
So you're letting everybody in Brad's neighborhood know.
That's it.
Or in the social media spectrum.
Yeah.
Know that, hey, this person's
That's right.
a fascist.
That's right. And I'm not shouting it out like I'm not the guy with the bullhorn.
Yeah.
I ask the questions and I let them expose themselves. I take away the straps and they just go whoop and they just show their true colors.
Yeah.
And I back away and say, thank you, my job is done here. And I walk away and that's it.
Okay, Josh, it sounds like it affects you.
Like how?
Because they're Jewish and you're Jewish, or you?
No, not
No.
necessarily. Because I do the same thing for black people. I do the same thing for women when men get obnoxious. No.
Okay.
Right.
All
What's right is right. Either treat someone like a human being, or I'm going to call you out. I'm going to let you expose yourself.
You got a good point. I mean, that is. I mean, it sounds very Martin Luther King Jr.-ish. It was like, yeah, he was like, hey, we want rights like everybody else.
Yeah.
Let's march. Let's talk. It took white people. Granted, I understand. It took white people to march with him for
That's it.
everybody to go, oh, wait a minute, they are people.
Yeah.
I like your point about look at everybody as an individual, as a person, as a human, because we talked about this in one before this. All right, so why don't we look at everyone as humans? Why do we have to? You're Jewish, you're black, you're white, you're yellow, you're orange, you're whatever. Why do we divide?
Because we're too damn insecure to stand up for others. We have so little going on with ourselves, we have to group ourselves to another identity. And that's how we live, and that's how we sleep at night, without the group identity. What's ironic is the way to build a good, cohesive group is to have your own identity. Without your own identity, you become a slave to this group, which then attacks individuals, which then attacks other identities. Isn't it weird? Like you have to become your own person to become part of a group in a good way?
It is. I mean, it is. Man, that's a tough one.
It's called groupism.
Groupism?
Groupism.
Which sounds like inclusivity. Including people. Or exclusivity. Is it exclusivity or inclusivity? To bring people in.
That's inclusivity.
Inclusivity, yeah. And that's something we talked about earlier.
Exclusivity is pushing everyone out. It's kind of like exclusive. I'm the only one that has this.
Them and us.
Yes.
Wedge
I've got
up
the
like
goods,
one.
you don't.
Yeah.
That's exclusivity.
I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
We are Odd Places going
Viral.